The newest shoe circuit called the Pro 16 League is raising a lot of eyes in the high school and college basketball world. And for this circuit to only be around for a couple years, I'm kind of surprised of how good it's doing. This circuit has 4- and 5-star recruits, hundreds of college coaches are flying in to watch games, and players are able to travel to different states to play the game of basketball. So now there's a Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and PUMA circuit. The Pro 16 falls under the Next Pro shoe circuit. The Next Pro circuit is a basketball circuit that offers competitive tournaments, exposure, and gear. And this circuit is broken down into 2 leagues. First, you have the Pro 16 League, which is sponsored by PUMA, and then you have the second league called the Next League, which is filled with hundreds of elite basketball programs that are competing for a spot in the Pro 16 PUMA shoe circuit. Both leagues have elite players, but in the Pro 16, you're going to find the more elite and nationally ranked players like Kingston Flemings, Eli Ellis, Caden Edwards, and many more elite players that will be playing basketball at the college level. Both leagues offer 15, 16, and 17 and under age groups, but the Next League also offer 13 and 14 and under age groups. Something similar to other shoe circuit leagues is that NBA players own some of these teams, like YGC Hoops, which is owned by Marcus Smart. You have One of One, which is sponsored by LaMelo Ball. You also have Team Scoot, which is sponsored by Scoot Henderson. And you also have MPJ, which is sponsored by Michael Porter Jr. Both leagues play in regular and NCAA live period tournaments during the spring and summer. And throughout these tournaments, teams are ranked against each other. If you didn't know, the NCAA live period is when college coaches are able to watch, evaluate, and recruit future players to their college program. I'm not gonna lie, the Next Pro circuit does a lot of cool stuff that other shoe circuits don't do. For example, the Next League teams play in the same exact gym as the Pro 16 teams. So even if you're not on the PUMA shoe circuit team, you will still be looked at by college coaches because they'll all be in one gym. I like that Next Pro did that because now both leagues are getting exposure and the opportunity to ball out in front of hundreds of college basketball coaches. Another cool thing this circuit does is let Next League teams play against Pro 16 teams. This gives the next teams a shot to prove themselves against a shoe circuit team. I don't know any other shoe circuit leagues that offer their lower leagues to play against their top leagues. At the end of the regular season, teams in each league are ranked based on Next Pro algorithm, which is based on the strength of the team schedule, wins and losses, and point differential. Depending on these rankings, team will advance to the designated national tournament. The Pro 16 National Championship Tournament is during the NCAA live period in July. And trust me, hundreds and hundreds of college basketball coaches come to these games. You will see Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, NAIA, and JUCO coaches at these games. Teams will start by playing in pool play games, and then teams will advance to bracket play. And the cool thing about this is that the top 16 Next League teams are invited to this national championship tournament. Comment down below if you know any other shoe circuit that's doing this. Also, at the end of July, Next League has its own national championship, and the winner of this tournament will automatically move to the Pro 16 League and be a sponsored team by PUMA. There is a total of 22 Pro 16 League teams, and only 16 of these teams make it to that national championship. And like I said earlier in the video, there's hundreds of Next League teams. To make a team like this, you gotta be a straight dog. You have to really want something like this because lots of players will want to be in this position. And just like the other shoe circuit teams, coaches already know who they basically want on their team. So if I were you, I would ball out throughout the whole high school season and send film to these coaches, or even go to a tryout. And if you get the opportunity to go to a tryout, you have to ball out. If you don't even think about coming back because they're not going to want you. This league is that serious. They want the best of the best. There isn't a set price of how much you have to pay to be on one of these teams. I know some teams that are sponsored by NBA players, they probably never pay anything because the NBA player probably covers everything since they're millionaires. I also talked to one team and they said their players pay $2,000. Even though that's a lot of money, it'll still be worth it because you'll get to play in front of coaches and get gear. And on top of that, that team also said the hotel and flights are paid for with that $2,000. Overall, this PUMA circuit is growing really fast in the AAU basketball world. And if you get a chance to play in it, take advantage because playing good in something like this can change your life. Well, that's it for that video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.